stop negative SEO and spam attacks in their tracks. In this video, what I want to share with you is a few things regarding spam attacks and negative SEO hurting real business owners. What I want to walk you through in today's video is going to be I want to share with you a form that you can start pointing out bad actors. Along with that, this form will also lay out exactly what you can do in order to fight back. On top of that, I want to share with you a few individuals that you can reach out to that work very close to the spam team that can help you out if your business is getting threatened with negative SEO attacks or spam. And last but not least, I want to give you a few tips, some hacks. Stick with me till the end and I'll point out exactly what to look out for if you have a couple sneaky SEOs doing some very sneaky tactics in order to harm your business. Oftentimes business owners have reached out to me having, a real business that's being harmed, being removed off of maps. They're having a very hard time. And I really just want to share this information with you so you can start fighting back. My name is Chris Palmer and I don't want to waste any time. Let's get directly into the very first thing, which is going to be, and what you can look for is this. So first, I want to share with you some of the rules so you know if something's happening to you that there is somewhere to turn. So you're looking for a third party Google My Business violations. Okay, that's what you can look up. And what you want to do is come on down here to the business profile third party policies. Now, inside of here, you can read all about the different guidelines and things that could be happening. Okay, and I want you to take a look. You can read through all of this, but what I want to share with you is actually where you can report if you know who's harming you or if you suspect something is harming you. I want to share with you the form that can start putting through the process of getting stuff taken away or removed, and it can really help you out. Now, before I share this with you, I want to let you know up front, I'm not an advocate of narc SEO, going out there and, doing this against competitors or harming people. I don't recommend that. But if you're a real business owner that needs real help and you've really been harmed, these tactics in this video can certainly help you. So with that out of the way, we're going to go here down to the very bottom where it's report a violation of a third-party policy. When you click on this, it's going to take you to support.google.com/business/contact GMB 3P complaints. As you can see up here inside of the URL bar. Now, in case you couldn't read that on my screen, I'll go ahead and blow this up just in case you cannot find it. I want you to be able to find this if you're having issues. All right, so here, I'll put this on the screen big for you so you could see it. This is the URL for the third-party violation request. Now, I want to walk you through this form. As you can see here, if somebody's making robocalls to you, if somebody, this goes into spam and negative SEO, stick with me till the end. I'll give you some tips on what to watch out for, and I'm going to share with you some people that can help you, literally help you. But most importantly, if there's robocalls, if people are asking consent, or if people are threatening, ranking increases, or you have to pay, or whatever the case is, you can read down this list. Third party demands for money. Third party engages in marketing and sales practices that employ deception or harassment. Third parties are not transparent with clients. If any of this is happening to you, there is a place to turn. Now, you can actually also do observation. Again, I'm not an advocate of narc SEO. That's not the point of today's video. The point is to help you, a real business owner, fight back against bad actors that are harming your business. So take a look here. Where did you observe the violation? You can do phone, email, maps, also in search if you see anything. See something, say something. Here's the form here. You can put in the information, the name, the contact information, business information, the link if somebody's actually harming you, or if you see something spammy in the SERP that's hurting your business. And we'll talk about this towards the end of the video, stuff that I've seen that really hurts business owners. But come down in here, help us identify the third party. So if you know who it is, if you know somebody's attacking, you can literally point them out to Google. These forms get manually reviewed. I've had the pleasure of working with the spam team on certain projects. These guys don't play around, and if they see you more than once and they think that you're performing narc SEO, they're not a fan of that either. They don't want you cluttering up their forms, okay? But in any case, this is the URL that you can submit the form. And again, here it is on the screen. If you're a real business owner, have a problem with spam or negative SEO. Now let's move on to actual people that can help you out. Now there's actually what is called product experts. There's actual users that are also SEOs that are very close to the spam team, but not necessarily employees, but they get stuff done. And one of those people, if you take a look here at Gold Product Experts, Google My Business, they actually will go ahead and give you their information along with ways to reach out to them if you're having legitimate problems as a legitimate business owner. Not an SEO trying to negatively attack your competitors. Okay, guys and gals. So let's take a look down here. So meet our product experts for Google Business Profile. And one of them right off the bat is Ben Fisher. Very well known. As you can see here, he actually gives ways to reach him on Twitter, also LinkedIn. Colin Nielsen is again another advocate. These guys are on the local search forum. That's Sterling Sky's local search forum. They have a whole spam section there. That particular forum, I believe, is ran by Joy Hawkins. So Ben's there, Colin's there, Dan's there, Joy is there. These are people that you can legitimately reach out to get help with these types of spam and negative SEO problems. Now, again, that's the Sterling Sky local search forum, or you can come right in here to the Google Business Profile help. On this screen here, it will tell you about their experts, and they're giving outreach information, meaning you can outreach to them. All right, and these people can certainly help you out. They're experts, especially on spam. Now, let me share with you a few things to look out for that I've seen in the past really harm businesses, starting with a past tip that I gave not too long ago where you have a maps listing, all right? And I'm just going to pull one out of the air. I don't know who this business is. I'm just going to do a search just to share this with you, okay? So the first tip out of a few is going to be this. Say you're a plumber. All right, plumber, I don't know, in Ohio. All right, again, this is just an example to help you out. Let's take a look at the maps listing. Now, one of the things that you need to keep an eye open for, all right, let's say that you're Pete here. All right, again, I don't know who this is, but say you're Pete and this is your particular business. We're going to go down here. Let's see if we could get Pete's here. All right, it's not showing the location. Give me 1 second. Let's say it's your Roto-Rooter. All right, let's say you're Roto-Rooter and this is your address. Now, one of the things to watch out for is at your address, oftentimes really take a look at your address at different portions of your business address. Because if I go here, you can see that this is 945 Trimble Road, right? But if I right click up here and ask what's here, it's still 945 Trimble Road. But as you can see, Google is seeing this as a completely different location. And why that is due to the actual location code that Google assigns it. But more importantly, the longitude and latitude, and also the geolocation machine readable entity ID. Each longitude and latitude position on a building, it might be the same address, but to Google, it's a completely different location. So what you're looking out for is often, maybe just if you think of it, go to your maps, especially if you're having trouble, and take a look and start looking around. Right click and ask what's here. Right click, ask what's here. You're looking for businesses in the same category, maybe using your name or another name, but there's a lot of them in your area that are taking away from your rankings. They're pretending to be you and creating multiple business listings. Because as you know, it's against the guidelines to have multiple business listings in the same name in the same location if it's not a real business. So they're creating businesses pretending to be you, and it's harming your real business. So keep an eye open. Keep an eye open. Also, if you're using any programs, all right, I noticed this with ZocDoc in the chiropractic niche, along with other niches, but this is often another tactic where they're signing up for these platforms, and because they're so authoritative, these platforms, along with also bad actors, like we're talking about negative SEOers and spammers, are going out and creating other profiles with the same name, but in different locations. So if you're having trouble, go into Google Maps, so that's google.com/maps, and do a search for your business name with slight variations. If you're seeing multiple businesses that are using your name that aren't yours, you need to report them immediately. These could be potentially harming your business. Google only wants real businesses on the board. If somebody's going out there using your name and dropping other locations to try to ride off of your authority and traffic, that's going to harm you. You need to do something about this immediately. Again, I gave you product experts, and then I also gave you the form to fill out. But there's another piece that you really need to watch out for, and this is going to be the last one, but this is also one of the most potent, very harmful. When you take a look at a business here, every single business, we're going to go to Eco Plumbers. Again, I don't know who this is. It's just an example. When you take a look at this, as you can see, they have 1,000 photos, all right? So their business is uploading videos, maybe their clients, maybe their customers, right? There's a plethora of users. Another piece that I've seen as an attack on real businesses is competitors uploading copywritten images to these photos, and then it ends up harming the business. So you really need to be cautious about this particular element, people uploading images that you did not upload, especially if they're copywritten or possibly maybe they're layered images. Be very cautious of the amount of images that are there. Make sure that you or anyone on your team is the one that's uploading these images. If they're copywritten, this can harm your business. And last but not least, make it a point to have either your SEO professional or yourself or someone on your team go into your Google business profile. Log into your Google business profile, and what you're looking for is Google makes it so easy to spot subtle changes. Now, oftentimes I've even talked to business owners where they went right into the business, they clicked the business and just hit OK. They just hit accept, all right? And what you're going to see is when you click on the info button, see how this is blue up here at the top? This is my actual business listing. This is my listing. This is my address. But if something changed, see how this is blue up here? What will happen is you'll see orange words up at the top. It'll say, reviewers or other businesses or contributors have made changes to your business. Was this you and is this okay? You need to make very, very sure that you or someone on your team has made these changes, especially if you're seeing a decrease in rankings. You need to make sure that all the business information is correct. You need to check your services, check the products, check the photos. Just make it a point, especially if you're seeing a decrease in rank from where you previously were, all of a sudden, check the photos and check this information. Just to wrap this up, remember, product experts, you could search for Google My Business product experts, Ben Fisher and Dolan. Those guys are sitting there. They give outreach information right publicly. They want you to outreach to them if you're a real business owner. I shared with you the form that you can fill out. As you can see here, this form right here, these are manually reviewed. Trust me, I've used these in the past. And last but not least, I covered some things to look for, dirty tactics to actually look for that could be harming your business. My name is Chris Palmer. If there's anything at all, anything that I can help you with, if you're a real business owner and you're having, people are harming your business, reach out to me. My name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to this topic, anything's maps related, Google My Business, digital marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, really anything at all, never hesitate. Feel free. Ask any questions you want below. I answer them all. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next Google My Business, Google Business Profile and Maps, Negative SEO Attack Stopping video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.